onto the rowing machine from maybe a different movement or a series of different movements. The rowing machine, you've got a set amount of meters or calories that you have to do, and those meters or calories fall inside of your workout. So it's not necessarily your starting point on the machine, but you're coming in to use the machine from doing something else. Okay, we're going to use the quick start. The quick start has two components. The first component is exactly the same as our sprint start, our full sprint start. And those are the 4 strokes at the beginning. We go half, half, 3/4, full. Okay. The goal there being we want to get the flywheel spun up as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So we use 4 strokes to do that. After that, we immediately want to settle in to our target effort on the machine. That means we want to pay attention to the stroke rate that we want to work at, and we want to pay attention to the amount of power per stroke, or our pace. It could be calories per hour, or it could be watts. So those are the 2 pieces of the quick start. Before you start your workout, if you will be coming to the machine, you want to make sure that you have the machine set up so that you can get started quickly. Also, you want to make sure your foot straps are just a little bit loose so you can slide those feet in, and then you can pull the straps tight. You don't want to be fiddling with that. You want to make sure your handle is in the handle hook, and you want to make sure the damper is set to a damper setting that is preferable for you. So, half, half, 3/4, full. The details of those 4 strokes. Essentially, if this is your whole stroke, right, moving through your whole stroke, we're going to take half of that and focus really on the most powerful part of the stroke. It's kind of like the front middle of the stroke, where our legs are really involved, but we're really connected to the machine. And then we'll lengthen it out from there. So it's half, half, 3/4, full, and that's the sequence that really works well. It could be different, but it seems to work really well. Right. So the half stroke. If this is our catch position, our front end of our stroke, where our heels are just elevated off the foot stretcher, super compressed, and we're leaning forward, my half stroke starts a little behind that position, where the full length of the bottoms of my feet are attached to the foot stretcher, my heels, so I can push through my heels. I still am leaning forward, right? That doesn't change, but I'm a little less compressed in my legs. So from this position, I'm going to push my legs straight and squeeze my glutes, okay? Really solidifying the back end of that half stroke, okay? Here. And then I come back up, and I do that again. So heels are down, I'm going to push and squeeze, okay? Those are my 2 half strokes. So half, half looks like this. Half, half. Okay? Then I go into a 3/4 stroke. 3/4, I'm just going to add a little layback. Okay, so from here, same starting position for that. From that half stroke goes half, half, and then 3/4. Right? Half, half, 3/4. Full is the last of the 4 strokes. So that's where I'm going to come all the way up, get super compressed with my legs, come to the front end of my stroke, and move all the way through full back end of the stroke. So that 4 stroke sequence looks like this. Half, half, 3/4, full. Okay? Obviously, that has 0 power to it. Once you teach the sequence, then you can have your athletes practice adding some intensity to that starting stroke. The flywheel, when you practice this with your athletes, give the flywheel some time to slow down and even stop, so that they can feel that they are actively getting that flywheel spinning with these 4 strokes. Okay, so flywheel is kind of done spinning down. We'll start again. I'll call it out. Ready. Go. Half. Half. 3/4. Hold. Right? And you can hear the flywheel pretty loud pretty quickly. Okay. The difference between the quick start and the full sprint start is that we remove those high 5 strokes in the middle. So we don't do those on the quick start because we don't need to. We've already had our body working out before we've gotten to the machine, so our body's already ready to go. What we want to do with the quick start is get the machine working, half, half, 3/4 full, and go right into what we call our power 10. A little bit of a misnomer there, I realized. Power 10, we use that interchangeably. Here, really the intention behind those 10 strokes is to dial in what we want to be doing on the machine long term. So that means knowing or giving your athletes a stroke rate goal or target, maybe even a range, and then a power output, whether that's calories per hour or pace or wattage, that is appropriate for the amount of time that they're going to be spending on the machine. So if it's shorter, you might find that your power target is a little bit higher. If it's a longer workout, then maybe your targets are a little bit lower. Keep in mind that your targets for the rowing machine should include the duration of your whole workout. So if it's a longer workout, you want to set your targets appropriately. If it's a shorter workout entirely, you can increase those targets. That's another topic. But for right now, half, 3/4 full, power 10. You don't have to get to those targets immediately, but over those 10 strokes, you want to get to that target stroke rate and target power output. So for myself, I'm going to do half, 3/4 full, and I am going to give myself a target of getting to a stroke rate of 24 and let's say a 2-minute split. Okay, I sit ready, my heels are down. Ready, y'all. Rope, half, 3/4, pull. Here's my 10. I'm at a 32. I'm at a 148. 24.